welcome back to my channel. It's She from Happiness and Crafting. I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a lovely Easter weekend and a little bit of relaxation. So I didn't do a video over the weekend because I had a little bit of a time off. I had the weekend off, so I didn't do my Shabby Saturday, so I will be back with that next week. But I thought I'd start the week off with these lovely faux layers. They're sort of like, I don't know, but they're not really embellishments, but I suppose they are embellishments, aren't they? Sort of like page toppers and things like that. So they are just beautiful. Love them. I've been working with these. Actually, I did do a reel on Instagram over the weekend, and I made this beautiful little book. Oh, I just absolutely love it. And it was so simple. I will give a link to my Instagram if you want to see how. It's just a quick little book, but look how thin it is. It's really thin, and it looks like it's full and packed with lots and lots of stuff, doesn't it? I just think it's absolutely beautiful, and it took no time at all. It was a really quick little project, so if you're new, this would be perfect. Look how, you know, how heavily layered up that looks, this page, but it's just not. It's really thin, and I just adored making this. It was so simple, and look at that, really thin, no sort of big gator mouth, and it looks like it's got lots and lots of yummy things in. Well, it does. It has little things in, you know, it's got the pockets that I've done like that, but I'm going to show you how to do a couple of little page layouts today. So anybody can do this. This is so simple, and these are just beautiful. They are ready done for you. There's no guessing on how you layer them up, what to put together. I've done it all for you, and they are beautiful. And again, I know I mentioned all this in the Friday freebie, but not everybody watches the Friday freebie video. But again, I've added some of my papers from my kits, so they all sort of like blend in with other kits as well, so you can add pages. Right, I've picked two out, so I didn't have to spend ages sorting out which ones I'm going to use. Now I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use a bit of backing paper. Now this backing paper is from the kit from this one, so I thought that would be perfect. I think it's that way around. Oh, I don't know which way around it was. Now this book is getting pretty thick and nearly finished. I'm really happy with this. Look at this little page, this little flip up butterflies. Oh, I love it. So nearly done. I'm making a couple more of these journals. I will put them probably in my shop, but I will probably keep one for myself as well. Now I was going to put it on this page. No, on this page, but I don't think these two go together very well. So I'm going to turn this one over. We're very limited on space in here, and I'm going to add this on because I'm going to put that on top like that. But I'm going to make this one into a pocket. So I'm hoping that will work. We shall see. But first of all, I want to cut into this. Now, I've done this sort of thing for a little while now, and I think it's a lot easier now. We've got all these lovely layers in there. So should I do that first, or should I pop this onto here? Maybe I'll pop this onto here first. So let's just tear that down. Where's my, oh, oopsie daisy. That's my camera wibbly wobbling around. So I don't want it to go right to the edge because we want a little pocket, don't we? So let's just tear that off. Now it's quite nice because this is quite thin, so it needs to have a little bit of a, you know, a weight to it with this paper. It will make it a little bit heavier, more sturdy, and then this can go on the top like that. So I don't want this bit as a pocket because I'm going to cut into it. This is so lumpy bumpy to work with. Right, let me just trim this little bit up. Love working with these. It just makes it go really quickly. You know, you can make a journal really quickly. And I'm going to just pop a little notch in there, just a tiny little one, just so that we know that it is a little pocket. And we are going to just ink that around. So what did you do at the weekend? Did you have a lovely family affair, or was it a nice quiet one? Andy and myself, we just had a couple of barbecues, which was lovely. Sat in the garden, we got beautiful sunshine. Apparently it's going to rain again at some point this week, so we are making the most of it at the moment, which is lovely. So what else have we done? Nothing really. Sat in the garden, had a couple of gin and tonics, which is nice. Andy doesn't drink. He doesn't drink alcohol, but I do. I like to have a little gin and tonic or a glass of wine, especially in the summer in the garden. It's lovely. Friday we went out for lunch. It was a late lunch, so that was nice. So that was Good Friday. We did a nice late lunch in our favourite little restaurant. Oops, does that fit? Or just about fits. And Jessie loves it because she gets some chicken while we're there, and she's so good. She just sits under the table in the sunshine, or if we have a lovely little umbrella, she's got her own little bed down there. We take a little something nice and soft for her to sit on, so she's all comfy, and then she just waits for her little chicken, which is so sweet. She's so good. And then she just nods off. She just sits there and she just has a little snooze. So that's really nice. And you know, you meet lots of friends that just are wandering past, and you have a little chat. It's lovely. It's really lovely. So yes, and then Saturday we had a lovely barbecue in the garden, which is beautiful weather. A little bit windy, but it's still really lovely. Right, I'm going to cut into this. Now, this little bit is like a little fabric pocket. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to just snip down through that bit along there, just where you can see it looks like fabric, doesn't it? So we can cut into this bit. So just mind your fingers, get a nice sharp knife and just go down that little edge. Try and be sort of as neat as possible. I think that was a little wibbly wobbly. Can you see? So we've got little gap just there. And then what I thought I might do is actually pop some fabric so it looks like it's coming over this. I've got some in here. This is what I'd like to do with the other one. I'm going to pop that to the side. We only want something quite thin. It's a little bit. So maybe I'll just use this bit of netting on the end of here. I think these little bits will be too much. Oh, I don't know. Well, let's just stick this bit on and then we can see. This is just like a little bit of netting, and maybe I'll pop a little bit of something on there. So what I was thinking is just tuck that in to the other inside like that, and just, can you see? So we will just glue this bit down on the inside. Then you look like you've got this beautiful little pocket. Oh, I could just dangle that little bit down. Let's just tuck that in like that. That's pretty good, isn't it? So that's the back. Got that little bit of sort of laciness at the back. I'm going to use some 3-in-1 on there just to glue that little bit in place. Pull that, I could probably come down just that little bit. There we go. Pull that in. Stick that down, that's lovely. And then what we can do, we can just ruchel this up, runkle it up. We like a little runkle. Maybe I will add a little bit of this. Where's the end? This is just some of that beautiful And all of that lace and fabric that I got, this was a little bit. That's quite nice, isn't it? Maybe I will add a little bit, or just the little flowers that we got. Actually, I might just use the little flowers because they're really pretty. Let's just cut into this like that. Oops. 3 little flowers. They will be quite nice. I think that might be a bit too much on there. Don't want it to be too heavy. And then these can just sort of sit on there. And I don't really want to cover too much of this up. This has got little flowers on as well, so which is quite nice. So let's just take this glue. I'm going to just pop a little bit underneath. And then just, I want to sort of pull it tight from the pocket bit. Don't want the pocket to stick together, but, and then pop another little bit of this glue. Yuck. Which way around? I think it's that way. There we go. Pop a little bit. I'm just trying to show you different ways that you can sort of use them. You know, if you wanted it, if you don't mind your journals being quite thick, you can, you know, really add quite a lot more to them and make them look nice and thick and full. So that one there, and then I think I will, which is the back? I think this is the back. There we go. Pop that on. Stick that down at the top. Oops. Pull that a little bit tight there. There we go. Can you see? So then we've got this lovely little pocket in there. Like that. I put the blinds down a little bit because it's still very, very bright in here. Like that. So love that. Love that. That's really, really nice. What I'm going to do. Ew, excuse me. Ew. Oh. There we go. Right, so that's beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. And what I'm going to do as well, which I did, I've got a couple in here. I think I showed you the ones in the Friday Freebie one. I've got a couple more in here. I'm going to stick a little paper clip on there, and I'm actually going to glue this to the page as well. So that will be permanently on there, so you can just pop anything you want in there. So do we just want that one on there? I think so. I think that's what we will do. Now what we need to do is take our glue. I'm going to glue this side down. So you want to glue the top bit down over your little paper clip. And then just around the edge of here, so we can fit something into the pocket. Like that. Go a little bit higher, I think. So I might add a little bit of something down here. Lift this up and just pop that down. Your Friday freebie bits will probably go with these as well, won't they? There we go, let's stick that. And then we've got this lovely, lovely pocket. Make sure these are stuck down nicely. Like that. So we couldn't use this as a pocket because this is a pocket, and it would, we couldn't obviously stick it all down. So now I need some bits and pieces to go into the pockets, which I didn't really have ready. I didn't have them ready. But we've got, you don't want anything too much. But again, I've got these lovely little, oh, they might look a little bit better. These are the shabby chic photographs, which I absolutely adore. Do you know what I mean? They can just pop in there like that, which is lovely. Love that. Well, I think we need a little bit of lace or something down here, don't we? Maybe I'll use another tiny little bit of this, because this is, I think that piece, what did I do with that? Is it in here? Here it is. Maybe I could stick that coming down. That's quite nice. Or you've got this one here. But I think oh, I don't know. I quite like that going across the bottom. I think maybe we'll do that and just snip this piece off. I don't want them, obviously, again, I don't want it to make it too sort of bulky. But I think these little bits and just hanging down, oh, I think just look so lovely. And it's such a simple page. Let me just pop a little bit of glue along here. Thought we'd start the week off with something kind of simple. A nice little bit. So if you've got some, if you're making a sort of eclectic-y journal like this one, which I put all sorts of bits and pieces in, it's quite nice to have a little simple little page layout, isn't it? That you can just pop in there, but it doesn't take very long and it's really effective. And I just think that looks just super. And you see that looks really lovely, doesn't it? Really simple as well. So simple. And then we've got a lovely big opening here, which actually, do you know, I've got the Friday freebie here. We could actually, you could put that in there, couldn't we? I'm going to do that. I'm going to just sort of clip it in there like that, because that's lovely. I do like that. We could even come over the top. Lovely. So that's going to go in there like that. So that's one really simple. You could probably put a little bit of lace or something down there. Maybe we should. Do you think we should pop a little bit of this? No, I don't think it needs it. I don't think it needs it, but I do think it needs a little bit of ink on there. Like that. Just darken that up. So these are just fab. I love them. Really easy. And I just think it looks so, because that's really flat, but you wouldn't think it was flat because it looks like you've got lots of different layers on there. Do it like that. My lighting, I really need to sort my lighting out in this room. Right. Now, the next one, the other page that I found, which was pretty empty, was this one. And I marked it with a little peg. Right, this is the other card. Now this one I thought I'd do just a little bit different, because I'm going to put fabric in there. I'm going to try and squeeze some of this lace and this lovely pink fabric in there. And I'm just wondering to do the same sort of thing, but do we need a little pocket? Is this piece, shall I use this piece again? Another piece? Because it's got blue in there, so I could use the blue actually on here, couldn't I? And make a little pocket. Because I don't want to stick this on there, because this one is just going to be, it won't be a pocket in it, because I'm just going to add little bits of fabric. So we need maybe to pop that in and put a little pocket on the back. Doesn't have to be huge. Oh, decisions, guys. Decisions. So I'm going to, what's on the other side of this? We've got that. I think I'm just going to cut that down. Just tear a little bit off this one. Pop that over there. Do the same. I think I'm going to do the same as the other one, because then I'm not wasting all of this paper. Got enough paper. Let's put that like that. Bring this in, and then we get another pocket in there. So we've got a nice big pocket. I think then this will just sit on there the same as the other one, which is lovely. Or the other way we could do it, I just cut that down now, but it doesn't matter. Have this a bit lower and have a top pocket. Maybe I'll do a top pocket because I haven't done. We could have it about there. That's what we'll do, just so it's a little bit different. Let's line this up. What should we have? About there. A little bit of an eyeball on this one. As long as this sits on there lovely. That's a good idea. And then we've got something to go. We could have a nice big tag in there. Fabulous. Let's just notch that. Give a little bit of an ink. So guys, what are you working on at the moment? Are you doing a journal? Are you just a watcher? Do you just like watching people make things? Or do you actually get involved? Oh, the only thing I was going to remember is, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please, I would love you to subscribe. I hit 90,000 subscribers last week, so I am so over the moon. I want to say a big thank you to everybody that has subscribed, because I'm on my way to 100,000. Yay! Fabulous. It's so exciting. Really can't believe it. It's brilliant, isn't it? So yes, I would love it if you would like to subscribe to my channel. It would really help. I also have Instagram as well, and I try and post every day on Instagram, just a little something to do. So I think there's a link there anyway for my Instagram account. So do pop over and have a little look. It's quite nice. I quite like doing little Instagram ones because I don't talk. I just do it quietly. I don't have music. I very rarely have music on there now. It's just a nice quiet time to do a nice quiet little make. Maybe like this, like a little page layout or something like that. Like I did the little book, which is obviously, I don't show you how to make the whole book because I'd need a longer video, but I just show you sort of like snippets on how to do it. And I think, you know, I try not to cut out the main essential bits. So yeah, do pop over and have a little look. Okay, that's inked. That's that bit done. So I'm gonna, is that in the middle? I think so. I'm gonna put that in there. We don't need that for a second. I'm gonna pop that over there. Right, we are going to cut into this. And what I was thinking, I've got this lovely piece of fabric. Now this is beautiful. This is what I coloured the other day with all the seam binding and stuff. And I just thought that would look really nice if I cut into this bit and sort of popped that underneath, so we've got an actual piece of fabric hanging out. I know we've got little threads and stuff there, but if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But I just think it would be quite nice to have a little bit of fabric coming through. Let's just go along there. So we've got a little gap in here. So how much do I want? Should I just cut that little piece off? Do you know what I mean? You can sort of like wrinkle that up. I just think that would look really nice. Oh, can you hear those motorbikes out there? Like that. You know, I quite like it like this. Then I could probably just glue that just wrinkle it up just a little bit. I kind of like that. And then the other bit that I was thinking was just this little bit. And I had a little piece of this, but I'm just wondering whether to use, had some seam binding, didn't I? Where's all my seam binding bits gone? You should see my desk. It's just, I've got stuff absolutely everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. This is my little one that I take downstairs. My little journal's coming along really nicely. Let's take some of this out. Let's take some of this out. And have a look. What do we got? This is so beautiful. You can see all of this was coloured together. So, shall we have... Oh my gosh, that's a really loud motorbike. Just wanted that to come up maybe in there a little bit, just so it sort of hangs down. Gives it a little bit of, we don't really need the dimension because we've got the dimension, but it just gives that little bit of, what's it, like tactile, isn't it? Right, I'm going to cut into this anyway. So let's just go for it. That's the nice thing about these, because they're digitals. If it all goes wrong, you can just print another one off again, or use another one, because there's lots and lots in the kit. So I'm going to just poke that. You don't have to cut through it. You can just stick it on top, but I just think that looks really nice. Don't you think? Gives it a little bit of, I'm going to actually scrunch these up a little bit. Just make it a little bit scrunchier. Do I look a bit scrunchier? Tuck that in. Under there. It comes down. That can go in and there. Do we need a little bit of, maybe a little bit of this hanging down as well. Put these together. Do we want that going this way? Tuck it in. Okay. I don't know whether that's too long. I think it's a bit too long. I think it looks a bit better. I think it might look a little bit better shorter actually. Yeah, I think I had it a bit too long. It was a bit sort of overpowering, I think. Let's scrunch these up. Doesn't matter about this little bit because that can go in my little scraps. This can go over like that. That's a little bit better. And that can just tuck in. What do you think? That looks quite good, doesn't it? So it gives it sort of like a little bit of something or other. Right, I'm going to, I need to stick down this little piece first. Take my glue, put that in, little dot there, and a little dot there. There we go. Oh, my daughter took the girls and her husband, of course. They went to Malaga. They live in Spain anyway, so it's Malaga, sort of like a 4.5 hour trip. And they went to the zoo and a beautiful butterfly park. She said it was absolutely amazing. The girls, she never told the girls where they were going, and they were so excited because Olivia is just obsessed with nature. She is you know, she can spot a little bug a mile away. She is just loves her little bugs. Sophia not so much. She can live without bugs. She's quite happy with no bugs in her life. But Olivia just absolutely loves them. What do you think? Does that look quite nice? I think it looks quite nice, doesn't it? Maybe I'll stick this so it looks like it's got a little bit of sort of depth to it. Do you know, I'm going to take another bit of this. I think and pop it underneath. It needs a little bit of something in there. Let's have a little bit of the white. There. So yes, we do have a place here, Zoomarine it's called, and they have a beautiful butterfly park there. Oh, it's just gorgeous. You see all the lovely little chrysalises. Oh, they saw a chrysalis, or they have like a little place where, you know, the chrysalises wait till they're turning into butterflies. And they saw one hatch, and she said it was absolutely amazing. She thought it would take quite a long time, a few hours for them to sort of get out of their cocoon, but they didn't. It takes sort of like, was taking minutes. It does take 3 or 4 hours for their wings to open up and dry out because they're wet. But she said it was absolutely amazing to watch. Nature is wonderful, isn't it? It's just wonderful. So yeah, they had a fabulous time. Right, I'm going to just stick this onto that bit, and then I'm going to stick this just down like that. So we've got a little bit of movement in there. Look, I've got glue everywhere. This gets glued down anyway, because you couldn't, if you tried to put something in there, it would all get stuck. But don't you think that looks really nice? Just adding layers to the layers. And I think I'm going to add, I've got this here, which I suppose you probably could cut around that and stick something inside there as well, but I'm not. I'm just going to do the little paperclip trick again and just pop that on here so we can add to that like that. I might actually put one like that and one on this side like that, which is quite nice, isn't it? And then these are ready for you to just pop something in there. Pop that to the side. Where's my book? There it is. Over here. Look at this. It's a whopper. This is a whopper of a book. I've absolutely loved this book. I think it's because it's a go-to book. It's not it is a journal, but I mean it's a journal that I just put anything in it. Friday Freebies, little ideas, all sorts of things in here, and I'm just loving it. Probably sick of me saying that, but I do. I absolutely love it. That's fab. I like that. The other thing, I'm just wondering whether I could just pop a little bit of lace or something under there. Do I have... Oh, let's have a little peek in this one. This one will do, won't it? Just have a little bit of lace at the bottom. I think will look quite nice. Let's just straighten that piece up. Just go along like that. Lovely, lovely. Gosh, it's getting quite warm in here. I haven't got my door open because it's quite noisy out there, as you could probably hear if you could hear the motorbikes going up. There's a road which is it's quite high up. If you look across, it's quite high up, but the noise really travels and that's why you can hear the bikes going along. There we go. Obviously having fun on their motorbikes. That looks nice, doesn't it? Now, just wondering as well, obviously I don't want to add too much to this page, but just thinking maybe if I take one of these off, maybe put it on the side. What do you think? So you have like a little, what have I got? What do I have? I've got all these lovely little ones here. Do you know what I mean? Then you can just, it's got like a little side one here that can cover over. I'll probably put something quite big on there. And these can sort of like tuck up as well. So you've got little tucks in there. Maybe I'm going to put 3 on here actually. I think that will look really nice. And then you've got lots of room to tuck bits and pieces in. God, all of these might be a little bit too big. It might go this side actually. Let's have a little look. Don't want to cover too much up, but you know, you can put something pretty big in there. No, I like the little ones. I like the little ones better. Right, I am going to put 3 in there, and I'm going to stick them down. I like this idea of sticking these on, you know, in there permanently, because they are so pretty, aren't they? Right, I'm going to stick this down. Going to stick it down. Like that. Lots of lovely glue on there. And the fabric. There we go. Have you guys got any new crafty tools that you find good to use? Because I do like little crafty tools, and I'm just wondering if there's anything that you've brought lately that you think's really good. Because sometimes you buy them and they're not very good, are they? It's easier to work without things, but I do like some little tools, like the bow maker. Do you know what I mean? It's like the bow maker. I love that. I absolutely love my bow maker, which I haven't used for a little while. So I need to get that back out again and do a little project with those. So we've got little one. I like the 2 on here actually, because this, you know, it evens it out so it doesn't sort of look odd. Just gonna ink around these. See, like, these are the ones with the little shabby pictures. So pretty. They can just go on there. There's another little vase of pretty roses. All my roses have started blooming in the garden. I chopped them all back. They're in pots because I don't have garden, so they're all in sort of pots. The ground is way too hard here, so I've got mine in pots and they look beautiful. So they're all starting to come out, so I'm really excited about that. Do I have any little faces that I can put on there? Got a little bridal one, that's quite nice. Maybe we'll pop you in there. Stick you in. Do you know what I mean? So these little bits, it's flat. There's no sort of like bumpiness to it. A little bit with the fabric, but look at that. I think that just looks so pretty, doesn't it? I love it. It's a real sort of collage of things. The only big tag I've got is this one, which would probably fit. I need to put something on the back because it's quite thin. But do you know what I mean? That will take a whole big tag, which is lovely. So maybe I'll make one of some sort at some point. But I also have some postcards which could go in. So that looks quite nice, sort of half popping out, doesn't it? So loving it. Love, love, love. Where was the other one? Oops, don't stick to the page. That was the other one. This one looks very sort of dainty, doesn't it? I think it's this little lacy bit. Let me just ink around here. So that is super simple and really, really effective, isn't it? Love it. Now I'm just going to find the other ones that I did in here somewhere. I'm sure. There we go. It's this one. You might have already seen this one. So all I did with this one is stick it down, cut this little bit in the pocket and pop some little journaling cards in there, and I've added a little bit of lace onto this one as well, which is just beautiful. And then this one, I love this one as well. I've added the 2 paper clips on there, so you've got your paper clips, so you just slot them in. You're not taking your paper clips off, they're just slotted in, and then you just put that in there. And then I did the 2 slits. This one has got like a layered up, so you could cut each one, but I've just cut 2. I've cut this lower one, so you cut the bottom one. It depends what you wanted to put in them, but that goes all the way then to the top here, so you can pop it out. And then this one's got the little round one in, and again that fits in there. So love them. I think they are fab. I really, really do. So that's that one that we did. And then we did this one. I've got a few more things I think I'm going to pop into this, and then I'm going to say this journal is finished, but I'm loving it. So there we go, guys. And what I've used my Faux Layers kit in here. The one that I did for the little booklet, this is the smaller version. You get 2 sizes in this. These are the bigger pages, which I haven't cut out yet. And then you get them sort of like half the size. You get two of these per page, if you know what I mean, shrunk down. So that is the smallest of that, like that. And it really does feel like you can sort of pick this up. It's just beautiful, loving them. So I need to make, I'm going to put these in my other journal, the ones that I'm making on the pages. But this is just beautiful. So yeah, pop over to Instagram and take a look at how I pop this one together, because it's just stunning. Love it. But there we go, guys. I'll link everything under the video. And these are in the shop, and I know some of you have already started making things with them, because it's really exciting. I love it. And again, quick reminder, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please do. I would really, really love it. And because I've just hit 90,000 subscribers last week, and I'm on my way to 100,000 subscribers. That's crazy, isn't it? I will get there, fingers crossed. So do have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye-bye.